This man already looks like a champion. I say it every time he arrives here.
And I will respond by saying this. He's not wearing a belt yet.
Well,
if remember this. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Marty Scurll is unquestionably a complete package as a wrestler. He's technically incredible. He's vicious, he's hateful, consumed by a desire to destroy Will Ospreay, and he's so close to being the #1 contender for the British Heavyweight Championship. I agree with you. He looks like he could be the champion, but it's still conditional. It's still, for the moment, could.
No, because it's not could, is it? Marty Scurll should be the champion. Marty Scurll should be the champion, and I look forward to going into Toys R Us or going on rockystoys.com and purchasing my Marty Scurll action figure. That's pretty exciting, isn't it?
This is a wonderful development for British wrestling, for European wrestling, but especially for Revolution Pro Wrestling. The winner of this contest will have an action figure made of them. Okay, so we are at High Stakes 2016. It's for moments like this that we name our events in the way that we do. The #1 contendership for the British Heavyweight Championship. The winner, the first wrestler to have an action figure made out of them, RPW, the first promotion in the whole of Europe to have action figures made of their athletes. Either way, the winner is immortalised. Marty Scurll.
You actually say, Ollie, and I just want to make this point perfectly clear. You say the first promotion in Europe. Actually, the winner, because both these men have been photographed, I've seen them, both these men have prototype action figures waiting to go into production, and that is true. These men will actually be the first independent wrestlers in the world, the first unsigned wrestlers to have their own action figures made. That, to me, that proves why RPW, Revolution Pro Wrestling, whatever you want to call it, RevPro, is the business in professional wrestling in Europe, and I couldn't be prouder to be a part of it. But let's go back to the in-ring action. Marty Scurll's starting to develop a few male groupies, isn't he? That might well throw him off, don't you think, Ollie?
Well, excuse me, this one really has divided the fans in the most extraordinary, unexpected way as they lock up and we look at the 5'9", 180, 27-year-old Marty Scurll send the 5'11", 180, 22-year-old Ospreay back into the corner. And Scurll just playfully backing away. And there is a mind games and sense of playfulness about these individuals at the Cockpit Theatre. Marty Scurll used that.
These two had a hell of a battle at the Cockpit, didn't they?
That was the RevPro TV episode 1 and most extraordinary wrestling match. It was Ospreay that won it, and it gave Marty Scurll an even more aggressive attitude. Marty Scurll, of course, then went on to cost Will Ospreay the Cruiserweight Championship. Oh, there's more playfulness from Will Ospreay. But what kind of human being would do something like that in Marty Scurll, deliberately to cost somebody a title belt? Why would you do that?
Why would you not do that?
Marty Scurll has no interest in the Cruiserweight Championship. Why would he do it?
The less championships a man owns, the less confidence he possesses. Marty Scurll doesn't want to see Will Ospreay as a British champion, does he? Marty Scurll wants to see Marty Scurll as the British Heavyweight Champion.
goes back to this idea of mind games, doesn't it, between them as Ospreay leaps.
Wrestling is all mind games.
Oh, Ospreay was caught there in the head scissors takedown attempt, but then Scurll was caught again. The two know each other inside out as professional wrestlers, they really do. Evidence there of it, evidence there again as Ospreay just cartwheels out with such beauty. Oh, Andy, we are in for a contest.
Oh, aren't we? Same old tricks with Ospreay though, isn't it? I can guarantee Marty Scurll brings something new to the table every time.
Well, they both do. I mean, if you look back a couple of weeks ago at the cockpit, Marty Scurll used the cheeky Nando's kick against Martin Kirby into the chicken wing to win the contest. Oh, Ospreay! Well, I never. The fans applaud. Ospreay himself at the cockpit theatre did the just kidding super kick feint of Marty Scurll. These two men are obsessed with knowing, imitating and defeating and destroying each other. This has become about not just the championship, not just about the action figure, about cementing their place above the other for time immemorial.
This has become a hell of a rivalry, isn't it? And could you imagine what the jealousy that will run through the veins of Marty Scurll? Will Ospreay was the first person to have an action figure. Imagine how much that would drive him nuts.
To walk to ringside, past fans holding up an action figure of the other man, night after night after night after night. It will eat away at you, it will tear you to pieces. As young children, that you should want to be like you are holding an action figure of the other man, are putting it on their Christmas lists.
Well, I think we need to think business here too. Like, realistically, who would want a Will Ospreay action figure?
All of the screaming, cheering fans, the people asking for autographs and photographs. I know it's hard for you to understand because the queue of fans at our commentary table for pictures is seldom long, but
it's always longer than yours.
That's not hard, to be fair. Now, Will Ospreay hitting the ropes. Marty Scurll!
That was hard. That was one of the hardest
with
kicks.
A little extra spice in the kick as he hits the ropes. Ospreay catching Marty Scurll, the feet around the neck, but Scurll with a kick right to the face, possibly collarbone caught there as well. Hooks the leg, 1 and 2. Well, Marty Scurll on a quest to regain the British Championship, to be a two-time champion. Will Ospreay on a quest to be only the second man to be the Triple Crown champion after, of course, Marty Scurll, who will not want to share that accolade with anyone. Going for the chicken wing, going for it! Can Ospreay escape? Yes, he can, maybe a little too early to go for such a huge part of the arsenal. Big drop kick, right off goes Marty Scurll. Ospreay thinks about it, hits the ropes, going through. Good connection with the tope. Dive right through. Will Ospreay has Marty Scurll compromised. He just delays for a moment. Is that trying to question what he should do? He's well balanced. And going right into the boot of Marty Scurll face first. Ospreay is so dazed and confused and staggered, and now he falls hard. 2 enormous boots right in the face of Will Ospreay. That could have shattered his jaw.
With a bit of luck it would.
Oh, why say that?
What do you mean why say that? This is wrestling. This is the wrestling I like. This is vicious competitive combat. Not that rolling around on the floor business we have with Doug Williams and Colt Cabana.
You like people to be hurt, do you?
Nicely done, Marty. Nicely done. Live up to the name, pal.
Scurll lifting Ospreay. The guardrail coming into play now. Poised for the run-up. Charges right across. Ospreay goes flying. Marty Scurll is inching his way closer and closer to the moulded plastic of the action figure.
And look at the victory lap. He's not high-fiving anyone. Beautifully done, Scurll.
Why do you so enjoy the taunting of the fans who paid their hard-earned money?
Because they've come here to be abused. We've got their money. We don't need to worry about it now, do we?
Well, let's just hope that they don't pay any money for an action figure should he win this contest then, shall we? Oh, Ospreay!
I missed that.
So did Marty Scurll because he was not paying attention.
That was unfair, Ollie. Did you see that, though?
I certainly did. This contest goes back and forth and back and forth.
Marvellous. Marvellous.
And the pain that these two are willing to inflict upon each other knows no bounds. The proof here of how high these stakes are.
Marvellous Marty Scurll. Wow. Will Ospreay didn't see that coming, did he?
But who can get back in? Who can beat the count, Andy? What happens if we get a double count out here? What happens? No contendership, no action figure. Now what?
Oh, trust me, there'll be a figure coming. And where will it be available from, Ollie?
At RevolutionProWrestling.com.
Where else will it be available?
Oh, why don't you tell us?
Well, I'll tell you, it'll be available from Rocky'sToys.com.
Rocky'sToys.com, indeed.
Just to clarify, not to go on about it, ROCKYZTOYZ.com.
A Z, just like there's one in Andy Boyson.
That's the connection. But these two really, sometimes I wonder, are they worried about a figure? Are they worried about that number one contendership? Are they equal?
I'm going to add something else into the mix here. Or are they so obsessed with destroying each other?
I think it could be a mixture of all three, couldn't it?
Oh, well there's the distraction. Oh, now Ospreay. He's in real trouble there.
He landed hard and heavy on that, didn't he? Awkward landing from...
Clutching the shoulder, the glenohumeral joint, the most connected joint in the human body. Right down to the rotator cuff muscles, everything interlinked there.
I've had a serious shoulder injury actually on it, and trust me, it's one of the worst injuries I've ever had.
It's going to really take out so much of Ospreay's arsenal. You think about the chicken wing as well. Oh, Ospreay has got a grip on there, but he didn't have the full grip. It was a very faint one. Didn't enable him to get enough on that cover.
There you go, one right next to us, Ollie. Did you hear that? One man. Come on, Will. One man. We've got over 1,200 people here tonight. One man.
There's one voice at that particular moment, but listen to the chorus of boos for Marty Scurll here. That's what I call a rather unified ones. Oh! Marty Scurll now, come on, this is utterly uncalled for, no need for it. Just disgraceful. It's a horrible thing to watch and it has no place in a wrestling ring at all. And it's just further evidence of Marty Scurll wanting to humiliate Will Ospreay. He thinks that Will Ospreay is in some way childish, in some way naive.
I think he's just immature. Will Ospreay's not cut out for a future in the rest of the business.
I would absolutely disagree with that. Will Ospreay is an optimist, a fighter, somebody who believes in his heroes. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with believing in your heroes?
See, Will Ospreay relies too much on that top rope. And that, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. That's worked great for him. But will it work great for him in 10 years' time? You're going to tell me Will Ospreay is going to be healthy enough to walk in 10 years' time? While the Marty Scurll, a very safe ground attack that proves very, very, very good.
If you look at the wrestlers we have in Revolution Pro, some of the elite and more seasoned junior RevPro, look at people like Jushin Thunder Liger, for example, Ultimo Dragon, people who've evolved their style over the years. They've remained light heavyweight wrestlers without constantly leaping to the top rope. Will Ospreay will, just as all these great wrestlers do, evolve his style over the years.
Well, we'll have to wait and see, I guess. We'll have this conversation in 10 years' time, shall we?
I guarantee to you that Will Ospreay
When we're selling out Wembley.
Absolutely so! Ospreay may well be one of the people doing it. Who will be the man with the first action figure? And who will be the next #1 contender? Ospreay or Marty Scurll at High Stakes 2016? The decision will be made. And Chris Roberts will be the man who will have to make that call with either a 3 count, with a submission, with perhaps different means. At least they're both back to their feet now. Kick from Will Ospreay sends Scurll backwards, enough distance for Ospreay to connect with that lovely drop kick. Question you've got to ask here as Ospreay goes flying off with such style, and he's landed wonderfully too. He may just have shaken off that earlier shoulder trouble nicely.
He may well have landed wonderfully for Will Ospreay. Didn't land too wonderfully for Marty, though, did he?
Well, you would say that it's professional wrestling. It's about hurting people. Isn't that what you said earlier?
That's what I said earlier. All right, fair enough. Marty Scurll will hurt Will Ospreay far more than Will Ospreay will hurt Marty Scurll.
We'll only know that at the end. It may well be a little while away from that. Scurll was lining up a big shot there, but he didn't get it. Oh, Ospreay! How on earth did he manage to get enough force into that to carry Marty Scurll's body round? There's force alone. Shot to the back of Will Ospreay. Scurll's got him up and over. Scream from Marty Scurll, but he only goes into a backslide from Will Ospreay. Ospreay going for the DDT. No, he just didn't have it at all that time, but he stalls in midair. Enables him to get the shooting star press from a standing position. It seems to be, doesn't it, going advantage to Ospreay at the moment.
At the moment. You're always so quick to write off Marty Scurll.
I'm not, I just said it seems at the moment.
Well, seeming at the moment suggests you're wrong. Trust me. Will Ospreay is on the floor, Marty Scurll is on the floor. For that split second, Ollie, maybe you're right.
You contradicted yourself about 3 times in that sentence.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ospreay attempting to travel up to the top, but he is really struggling. Meanwhile, Marty Scurll's quite a significant distance away, though he's crawling towards, gets good height in the leap.
There we go. Is that not part of the problem? The problem I keep saying. Will Ospreay goes to the well too many times.
You might be right that was the wrong decision to go up high this time. Now Scurll, he's so well balanced there, and strikes with a hurricane runner of his own.
Marty
Scurll, how did he do it? That's taking one out of the playbook of Ospreay, and he's got it bridged beautifully. Marty Scurll on Ospreay.
He's going to dislocate those shoulders on it. Look at his arm.
The troubled shoulder of Will Ospreay. This could be it. This could be the submission and the #1 contendership.
Look at those arms just popping out.
Looking to transition into the chicken wing. Rolls the body across. And again, no, Ospreay's up. Oh, how did he strike out of nowhere? Where's this one going? Is it Scurll? No.
That boy, I'd have given up 10 minutes ago. That boy has some fight in him, I'll give him that. But is he smart or is he stupid? Should he live to fight another day? That's a regular conversation we have in this country.
It certainly is, and I would always advocate in a situation like this with the #1 contendership. But not just that, but the chance to have the first action figure made of you is on the line. You want to stay in the contest, surely?
I think you want to stay in this contest. That is a very lucrative opportunity as well. I don't think these lads are just excited about becoming a toy. This is a money-making opportunity. That's what this is, a business.
This is Ospreay versus Scurll. This is hatred to the absolute extreme. It's a matter of pride. They couldn't loathe each other more. They couldn't want this more. I've no idea which way it's going to go.
No, neither do I. Neither do I. I was confident that my champion-like man, Marty Scurll, walked out here with all the confidence and vigour of a champion like he always does. Will Ospreay, I'll give it to him, he does have a lot of fight in that heart, doesn't he?
Well, Will Ospreay has changed. He digs deeper and deeper now. Those big matches he's fought in, he fires back towards the end of matches that some time ago he would have lost. He now has discovered this fifth gear that enables him to win the huge contests. And here's an example of it as Ospreay is fighting back, but perhaps it's going to be Scurll. Perhaps it's going to be Scurll. Or is it? Or is it? Or is it? Place your bets!
That was a hell of a flurry. We nearly had everyone here on their feet.
They're both down. Both of them down here. Oh, my word. The count will begin. Can either man get across here to get an advantage? Scurll appears to be marginally higher. Oh, is he going to try to manipulate the small joints here? Go for work on the digits of Ospreay? No! That's a clever fight there from Ospreay. That's something you wouldn't have seen from him 6 months ago.
That was pretty vicious, wasn't it? That was.
And one from Scurll in return.
It's funny, the last time I wrestled Marty Scurll, I was on the receiving end of one of those headbutts. Trust me, he's got a head like a cement block.
Well, he is a compact package.
And Will Ospreay's just full of air, so it probably didn't hurt all that much. Not as much as it would get hurt in the hip with an Easter egg.
Just when you were being so generous in your praise of Will Ospreay, you fire back with that.
Give him the old 10 punch, Marty. Can't go wrong with a 10 punch, can you? Not a lot left, has he? Don't try any silly games, Will.
He's got up to 9.
I can see your hands there moving.
He's got up to 9. You say he can't go wrong with a 10 punch. Maybe so. Oh!
He
Kicking
telegraphed
away.
it, didn't he? He telegraphed that. Stevie Wonder could see that coming.
Who's going to win? Who's going to win the battle of mind games? Ospreay or Scurll? Still seems to be Scurll. Lifts him, lifts him, lifts him. No, Ospreay with the escape. They know each other inside out. Chicken wing, chicken wing. It's the chicken wing. Who's it going to be? Will it be the time to tap for Will Ospreay? The #1 contendership at stake. The action figure at stake. Everything at stake. Ospreay lifts up into the air. No. Ospreay with the kick. You cannot call a winner.
We cannot
call a winner.
We can't, can we, Ollie?
I thought that was surely the end. Surely it had to be the end. That chicken wing was applied beautifully. But no.
Not yet. We've still got action galore. And this is only match number 4.
Here at high stakes, everything is being left in the ring by these two. They have given it their all. Crawling towards the corner, Marty Scurll, draping his arms across the ropes, the turnbuckles. This could not mean more to either man. Ospreay is the first to bite, but has he been too soon? Marty Scurll takes one out of the playbook of the man that he so desperately wants to beat, and he hooks, and no!
still going.
Did you see the look on the face of Marty Scurll?
I saw that look of absolute disbelief.
Disbelief, despair.
But he doesn't disbelieve in himself. I'm sure that Marty Scurll has always got something extra up his sleeve.
He is shocked at the resilience of Will Ospreay, but he should not be, because he knows this man well enough. Marty Scurll has done nothing but watch Will Ospreay matches for months and months and months and months, and Will Ospreay has done the same. And he tornado DDTs and rolls through just like Marty Scurll. Is he going to go and do it again? Or is he going to chicken wing him? Yes, he is. Will he beat Marty Scurll in his own game?
He will not beat Marty's. I hope he doesn't beat Marty Scurll at his own game. The ultimate insult.
He's got him on his back. He's going for it. The chicken wing. What would this mean if he beats Marty Scurll with a chicken wing? Gets the #1 contendership. Gets the action figure with the chicken wing. That would destroy Marty Scurll. My word.
You're right. It would just.
But Scurll fighting his way out of it.
Oh, he's got him.
And snap!
That sounds worse and worse every time, doesn't it, Ollie?
Well, something may have actually broken there. Oh, Ospreay! Something may have definitely broken there. As Ospreay climbs up high, this one has got to end soon. Surely it must end. Ospreay is poised. He's feeling pain, but he's struck. He's got Marty Scurll. He's got the contendership. No, he hasn't. It's inexplicable.
What a great word, Ollie. Inexplicable.
That these men are still fighting. We're in early January. So shall we start talking about match of the year? Because this is just amazing. Ospreay, he's been caught. He never gets caught in this position and dropped on the apron.
Do you know why this might not be a match of the year? Because Marty Scurll might not win.
You have got to be objective. You've got to accept that you're seeing one of the finest displays of wrestling from two incredible athletes, but Marty Scurll might win. No. They both might have it, but one man seems to have the advantage. One man seems to have it in his grasp. Does he? Does he? Does he?
This has got to be it, Ollie. This boy shouldn't take any more pain.
Is he fading? Will he fade? The arm is raised. It drops once. It goes up for a second time, drops twice. Is this the moment for the #1 contendership? No, it's not. It is not, to the shock of everyone here in the York Hall in Bethnal Green. The contest will go on. Sometimes all of the great cliches in broadcasting are justified, because there's just nothing else that you can use. A cliche is a cliche because ultimately at some point way back when it was true. This is as good as wrestling gets. This is as tough as two individuals get. This is as much as two people can want something. This is as much as two people can hate each other.
Will Ospreay seemed to want Marty Scurll to kick him in the face. That's kicking him in the temple. That could kill him.
He spat at him. He's taken another kick in the temple and he's still asking for more. end? Even after the conclusion of this match, can this ever end? This time it's Ospreay who gets the connection on it with his cheeky Nando's kick. With Ospreay's trademark flavour coming into action now. It seemed a matter of minutes ago there was no way that Will Ospreay could possibly gain control in this bout, but I think he's going to. Up on top, the aerial assassin. The tape off his arm. He misses.
Again, he misses again.
Marty Scurll rolling through. He's still got a grip somehow, improbably he's got a grip on Will Ospreay. Body hanging loose.
That's
chicken
tight.
wing.
That is a high chicken wing.
Absolutely. Ospreay sinks down low. Fans watching on enthralled. Hitting him so hard, just trying to make him black out, pass out, fade, go to ground, give up. Marty Scurll just willing Ospreay to give in, to fade. He just wants this to end somehow. Is it going to?
You are no match, young man.
Oh, he's a match, believe me. Whatever happens, he's a match. But this one is over.
My Christmas list. Marty Scurll action figure.
A new #1 contender for the British Heavyweight Championship in one of the most epic matches that this beautiful building has ever seen. The villain, Marty Scurll, has defeated his nemesis, the aerial assassin Will Ospreay. What a feud this is! And perhaps of equal importance, Marty Scurll will be the first wrestler in Revolution Pro and the first independent wrestler in the world to have an action figure made out of him. My question is this: will he shortly be getting a little replica belt to go around the waist of that brand new action figure?
I'd have thought so, Oliver. I'd have thought so, because it'll only look right with it.